Okay, this is part 12 of Jonathan Plays Factory Town. I am going to load the game of part 11, where I was building my city vertically. And the working title of this part 12 will be Cooking with Gas. Mainly because we have a little sewage problem in a lot of places in my farm. And I am thinking a good solution to the backup of fertilizer is to start cooking with it. I will get rid of it and make my operations more self-sustaining. Problem is, you gotta kind of watch what is doing what, because some things produce the fertilizer and are cook with a 1-to-1 ratio, and some things don't. I think one first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to increase my research power before I go into that. Well, actually, you know what? I happen to know a couple of things. This kitchen has been, or not that kitchen, this pasture has been set on, something has been set incorrectly. What was it? Something was set on beef and it shouldn't have been set on beef. Maybe I accidentally set it on beef during my rough draft. Anyway, this kitchen is making butter. Is it getting milk? This barn has no milk. Is this pasture producing milk? This pasture should be producing milk, but it's got a backup problem. There is fertilizer stuck at the input of this barn. So what I'm going to do with that fertilizer, while that fertilizer is going into that farm, it happens that this grabber is not set on fertilizer. We've got eggs going down here. So I'll hit J and get rid of that egg and that egg. Okay, now should have fertilizer flowing that way, and this begins flowing again. I will also send that fertilizer in this direction. Can that go over the well? I don't think it can, so I won't even bother to experiment with that. Wait. Oh, the well isn't adjacent to the farm. I didn't realize that. So I'm going to use this to cook fish as well, because it's backing up there, and we need some... Where is the fish being cooked? I think it's right here. So I will, what I will do here is build a chute. Now, right now, the chute and the belt are not interchangeable, so build logistics blocks, and we're going to make a splitter here for the fertilizer. Got to be careful with that. We don't want it to move. We don't want it to send fertilizer to the left, so I will spin it that way. Now it should, some of it'll go, Yeah, some of it will go into the farm and some of it will come down here into this kitchen. And now we've got some input. We got some heat being input into that kitchen. Good. So that is going to start being fish delivered to our people. Looks like this barn is not getting any fertilizer, or this kitchen is not getting any boy, I can't think of words today. Fuel. So I will pause it first. Grabber. Change that to fertilizer. And then watch the fun begin. Are you cooking beef now? No, you're not. Why aren't you cooking beef? Okay. Okay, now we've got a problem because this barn is full of fertilizer and it can't get beef into it. Also, looks like all of the filters have been set to filter fertilizer. No, those aren't filters. Are they? Okay, let me upgrade it. Okay. Now there is fertilizer coming in and going out, and the beef is going in and out. So I'm just gonna apply the filter of beef to this one. Fertilizer to this one and this one. And for the moment, I'll turn this off until I find out that it's also caught up on something else. So that kitchen is now producing beef. Where is it sending that output? Oh, it's trying to send it into there. So I'll set this to cook beef. This one is cooked beef, and this one will be beef, and we'll enable both of those. Now cooked beef can start coming into that barn. That's the good news. Let's see, do we have anything coming back and forth from that barn? Yes, it is a wagon. Let us pause so I can grab that wagon and delete it. I probably should have done this in a different order because now I gotta find that barn again. There we go. Build a caravan. And you will be the one getting the cooked beef from that barn and delivering it to market. Okay, what else is going on? We've got tons of eggs appearing in this guy, in this barn. And I should go ahead and mark at least one of these fertilizer and mark at least one of them egg so we don't run out of space for the input-output items. Build worker caravan, and we will be getting eggs out of there and delivering them to the food market. I hope that worked. He goes, he grabs 32 eggs, and he is not on his way to the food market. Let's try that again then. Right click, and he's still not going. What's wrong? Oh, there's probably no path. Let's delete some resources there so that he's got a little bit of a path to go through. There we go. Good job. Alright, I'm gonna select this barn and see if there's anybody else on that route? No. Okay, what else do we want to look at? Looks like our grains is low. We don't have any bread coming into the system. Eggs, we will soon. Fish is full. Chicken. Alright. How are we on chicken? Where is chicken? Oh, it's all the way over on the other side of the map where I was doing chicken. Yeah, there it is. So, where's the chicken coming out? This guy's making chicken. And I bet he's got a clogging problem. There seems to be somebody grabbing coal for him out of that coal area. So let's stop getting coal. What I want instead is we'll have 1, 2, 3. We will be delivering fertilizer from there. I'll go ahead and pause before I put the grabber in. Change this so that it's definitely fertilizer. And then unpause and fertilizer starts getting sent into the kitchen, but there's no room for it. Okay, so I will upgrade the barn so that they can start accumulating more fertilizer from wherever it's coming from. And also, we don't need this guy down here. Instead, we can put a cloth conveyor belt and there to send the water into the barn. I better set the filters. Make sure the water is in there. Okay, yeah, it is. So how are we doing now? Why didn't this get set to fertilizer? Is it too high? No, it just hasn't started cooking yet. Okay, why hasn't it started cooking yet? Chicken is not getting into this barn. Shoo, wow. Look at all that fertilizer. We filled 2 barns with fertilizer. Okay, I'm going to upgrade this one. Okay, it looks like it's got both kinds of chicken coming in and out. So I will do chicken. We'll put raw chicken in one spot and cooked chicken in the other. And we will then send a worker named Caravan from this barn, getting cooked chicken, delivering it to the market. And then what I can do is click on this barn, see those arrows coming in and out of it, and see where that other wagon is. If there is another wagon, I think there is. Oh, there it is. I don't want to delete him while he has stuff in it. Okay, I'll watch him deliver that chicken. And then I'll delete him after he delivers it. There we go. Okay. It's enough to have a caravan of 32 to feed 25 houses. So what else? We don't have any grains. I want to get those grains going. But is there any other things? Oh, what's wrong with the fish? I thought I fixed that. Maybe I just didn't send. Okay, who's making fish? You're making fish, right? Are you sending it to this barn? Okay, you're not sending. You're making fish. You don't have enough fuel. This barn is got plenty of fuel on it. It's coming down this way. it's hitting that splitter and it's not doing a thing, right? CJ. Wait, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wonder what I did do. J. Okay, now it started again. So somehow those got stopped. So this might not be the most reliable system, having it roll out of there onto the belt, onto the chute, onto the belt. We'll see if we have another problem with that later. But yeah, now this is getting 8. There is a wagon delivering. I'm gonna pop. There's a wagon delivering and a caravan delivering. The wagon is getting fish oil. How much fish oil do we have in there? 50. Let's get rid of that wagon then and build a worker named Caravan to bring the fish oil to the apothecary. And while that's going on, let's look at how we were doing on fish oil. It's a little bit hard to find things in that menu. It wasn't fish oil, it was remedy. No, it was fish oil. Fish oil, yeah. And they had 24 out of 25 on that. So the wagon was doing a pretty good job of getting it stocked. But the caravan can do just a little bit better. Wait, we were making veggie stew earlier. Where were we making that? It was like... Okay. To find that out, you hit the F button. And I see a bunch of vegetable things right around here. So it looks like right there is our veggie stew. And a farm that's producing all kinds of different plants. So this is a suboptimum farm. I thought it was pretty optimum at the time. Sorry about that noise. Let's see. Alright, where is this guy making veggie stew? He's making veggie stew and fruit juice and jam. And he's not getting any fuel for his veggie stew. So that's a problem. This little farm does not produce any fertilizer, so I would need to either find an extra source of fertilizer or just use say those trees there. That would work. So I will build a forester there. And that looks good. Just have him build some wood and send that in. With a chute. And that will produce fuel to make the veggie stew. Good. So I'll have veggie stew, fruit juice, and jam coming out of there. Okay, anything else? Is there any place on the map where we're making bread? because bread seems to be in short supply. Looks like here is where I'm making bread. And here's the farm. It's a paltry amount of bread. Pretty inefficient setup. Let's just think about moving this somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little bit of noise by knocking down buildings. Let's see. Okay, delete that. Yeah, I'll keep the farm. That's a good spot for the farm. I'm gonna add a little bit of grain to it, but otherwise the farm will still be there. Hit the J key to get rid of that, then it could use the X key to get this. And I'm gonna do BFF to plant some grain. BFG to actually plant some grain. Then I'll move this. Oh, there's a easier way I could be doing that. BFG to plant grain, and then I can hit the plus button and actually make this cursor a little bigger. And it just goes across the available area to plant it. So that's handy. Move over here and plant just a bit more. BFG plus plus plus, and bam, one click. So we got some grain going to be growing here. I'll build a grain mill here, build a kitchen, and the kitchen can go here. Actually, well, I'll kind of I'll offset everything over this way. I'll have the grain pump out over here, and we'll have the kitchen over here by the trees. And the grain mill I will move over here. I'm going to test a bug. Bug test. Okay, it's just the barns that have the trouble, not the kitchens. Grain mill. And flour, animal feed. Just flour. No, just flour, not animal feed. We're gonna send gonna use this and then just come over this way. Spot for the grain to go. And then that will come out into here. Actually, I think this can still go on a little guy like that. So I could just turn that around to the left and have him make bread. But in order to make bread, he needs fuel. So I'll put a forester right up here. Actually, there's a forester over there already. Should I reuse that forester? Sure, why not? Yeah. Okay, real time. Real time. That's what you got to see there. So, shoot. I never get this right on the... Okay, there we go. It's much easier when you have a straight line to the places. I should have thought that through a little bit more. There we go. Some wood coming down. The kitchen is fueled. We'll put a little bit of an output here, an output building for it. A barn to hold the output product, which is bread. And is he making any bread? No, he's not getting enough grain. So, how about this? Is this barn getting any fertilizer? No, no fertilizer. If you wanted fertilizer, where would you get it? You could get it from this barn here. Could I just send a caravan over there to grab that fertilizer? I want to find someplace where we're like making milk or something else that is not being used. But because I think it would be counterproductive to try to grab fertilizer from an area where right now milk or leather would be a good place to get fertilizer. So I'll make that the project in my next video. I will make some fertilizer with a leather producing area and send it to this farm here. Send the fertilizer from the leather to that farm there. And in the meantime, this grain mill will produce bread. The barn is filling with bread. So let us build a worker named Caravan who will deliver goods from this barn to the food market. And then we can watch our happiness climb as our grains desire suddenly shoots up from 0 to nearly 25. Yeah, 20 there. That was good news. All right, that was part 12 of Jonathan Plays Factory Town, and this episode has been entitled Cooking with Gas, Gastrointestinal Products. Okay, hope you enjoyed. I will see you later. Ta-ta for now.